outside the chorus room. The Think Big Talent Show has been postponed until the fall. And here's Katie with today's news.
Thanks, Miranda. The Student Council Teacher of the Month has been selected, and Mr. Forspring is the winner for the month of April. To get the inside scoop, MCA Live reporter Colin Herb tracked down Mr. Forspring in between his busy schedule.
All right, I'm here with fan favorite Mr. Forspring. Say hello to our fans.
Hello, fans out there.
See, Mr. Forspring's ready to go. All right, so you've been elected Teacher of the Month for Student Council.
That's a great accomplishment.
It's fantastic. All right, so we're going to sit here, ask you a couple questions, know about the man behind the wood shop, Mr. Forspring. All right, so wood shop is one of those classes where you can't just come in and know your stuff. You got to have a lot of hands-on skill. All right, so coming through, what made you want to teach wood shop instead of going in a profession like carpentry or anything like that?
Well, back in high school, I took pretty much all the elective technology education classes. I did get the Senior Tech Ed Award. Well, my brother did have a little influence. He was 2 years older than me, and he went to college to be a high school tech ed teacher as well. And I figured I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. My mom was a teacher, so I kind of just followed him into the ranks. And having summers off is kind of cool too.
Summers are the best. It's great to have that extra time. All right, so you have a ton of different classes instead of just wood shop. You got PET, you have your tech ed club. How do you stay so laid back and unrattled?
I do a lot of like planning for the worst, hoping for the best, walk around with my fingers crossed and hoping no one gets injured. But it's just an environment where you're not sitting in a seat taking notes, staring at the board. People are out moving around, and they tend to be a lot more laid back too. I will say, anytime the table saws run in here, Mr. Cunningham makes a beeline for the door. He said that makes him too nervous. So, but we're good. Like, it's been good.
Yeah.
So.
So with all those classes, you have a lot of different projects you go through. So what was your favorite project of all time?
I mean, going back 13 years, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot that I have forgotten at this point. I mean, every project in itself, especially bigger ones people do, it just offers like a specific challenge almost, because again, nothing ever goes perfect. So you kind of got to wing it a lot of times and go back and redo it. I don't know. I mean, we had a lot of community projects, which are kind of nice because like those are still out in the community and people can see those. So I mean, anything community-based. I know this year, Paige Langford and Case from Paulo built a nice trophy case for up in the gym, which that's going to be there probably for as long as the school. So that's kind of cool that that's here and that we are part of that.
So outside of school, we heard about you coming up through teaching, but from my sources, I heard that you were kind of in the Boy Scout Legionnaire, for lack of a better word. So can you tell us a little bit about your legacy as a Boy Scout?
Yeah, Boy Scouts was great for me growing up. We had a lot of kids involved with it, offered a lot of good opportunities because I went to summer camp in Virginia, New York, all over, and it just offered a lot of like experiences that like I would have never have gotten just like staying at home and working or whatever. And we're talking rafting, caving, rappelling, and just all basically hands-on stuff.
So that obviously helped you coming up teaching, of course. So that was when you were young, but now Mr. Forspring has went from little Mr. Forspring, grown older. What do you do now in your free time?
Free time, that's a scary thing because there's not much of it. Between family, kids, and obviously work, and just it seems like more and more people need help because they really don't have the hands-on skills, so I'm always offering helping hands. But probably my favorite thing to do with not family and is to go out riding dirt bikes. I mean, I try to do it whenever I can, and a lot of times I got to sacrifice to do work and be with the family, but anytime I can get out there, it's a good time.
All right, final question. Now, you say your free time is limited, but the entire audience wants to know, will you be opening your own potato cake shop soon?
I don't know. After that fun fair this year, people are getting hostile. I mean, if I do, I'm going to definitely need a good cook staff, and I'm going to need some good guys running security and making sure like we don't get rolled behind that fryer because, I mean, it got pretty intense out there. And again, but it was a good time, and I think everyone enjoyed it. And again, who doesn't like potato cakes? So maybe someday we'll see what happens.
All right, so there you go. You learned a little bit more about Mr. Forspring. There is a possibility for Potato Cake Shop. Keep that on the radar. So congratulations on your award, and thank you for the interview.
Colin, thank you very much.
In addition to spotlighting a teacher, Student Council also chooses Students of the Month. Winners for the month of April are as follows. The Junior High Student of the Student Council Student of the Month is Ryan Barankowski, son of Jeff and Tina Barankowski of Atlas. Ryan is active in Boy Scouts and he likes to play football, kickball, and dodgeball. He has formerly won the Arrow of Light from his Boy Scout Pack 247. Ryan's favorite subject is history and he also enjoys gym and lunch. He aspires to attend the Culinary Arts program at the Votech to become a chef and hopes to own his own business such as a food truck or a restaurant. The Senior High Student of the Month, Student Council Student of the Month is Alan Regal, son of Richard Clayberger of Coltmont. He is an honor roll student and his interests include fixing electronics, computers, and he likes history. Alan's favorite classes are geography and science. His future plans are to pursue a career in electronic repair. Congratulations to both Alan and Ryan on their great efforts inside and outside of school. The Mount Carmel Area Public Library on Oak Street, Mount Carmel is hosting a May Day event today to introduce their new reading garden to the public. The reading garden is a work in progress, but is already filled with flowers and benches in memory of friends and family. Children are invited to a reading of the book Johnny Crow's Garden by L. Leslie Brooke in the garden patio at 10 a.m. The introduction of the committee members is at 6 p.m. and the reading garden will be open to the public for walking tours from 6:30 to 8 p.m. It is free to attend and the public is invited. The vacant lot was acquired a few years ago and the garden still has a lot of work to be accomplished. The committee is looking for volunteers and garden tools to help them reach their goal. This is a great opportunity to show your support and see how you can help. Come out on Monday, May 1st to enjoy the solace of the Mount Carmel Area Public Library's reading garden. Many students are either learning to drive or getting their permit or getting their driver's license. To get started, you need to be at least 16 years of age to get a permit. The permit test can be taken at a local driving center such as Shamokin or Selinsgrove. The items you need to take with you are the completed parent consent form, proof of identity, proof of residency, a social security card, and a check or money order for $35.50. This process isn't the easiest, but with a good teacher and a few hours of studying, you can pass step 1 and get your permit. To move on to your driver's license, you must have had your permit for at least 6 months and practice driving with a licensed driver in the vehicle. Practice is the most important thing when learning to drive. It takes away for any nervousness you may have and gets you more comfortable behind the wheel. Once you think you're ready to take your driver's test, you must schedule an appointment. Once you receive your license, make sure you're always focused on the road and stay safe. Today's word of the day is bilk. If you are buying merchandise from an unfamiliar online site, make sure that they do not bilk you. Stay tuned to find out what bilk means. I'll be right back with Sammy and sports.
Last Wednesday, the MCA varsity track and field team hosted the Loyalsock Lancers for their third meet of the season.
Moreno was a triple winner, scoring 18 points as she took first in both the 100 and 300 hurdles and the triple jump, while also taking second in the long jump. Double winners for the girls were Madeline Wachowski in the discus and shot put, and Macy Mazzatesta in the 800 and the 1600. Mara Fimoncini took first in javelin, and Jocelyn Adams came in first in the pole vault, while the girls' 4x4 team also won first place. The boys fell to the Lancers in a closely contested 80-70 matchup. The boys had two double winners, with Tanner Kirky winning in both the triple and long jump. Zach Sarkowski took the win in the 110 and the 300 hurdles. The single winners for the boys were Tyler Adams in the 800, Colin Krakowski in the shot put, Anthony Moser in the jav, and Pat Rooney in the 400, along with CJ Chapman in the pole vault.
The track team's next meet will be tomorrow at Southern Columbia. Good luck to the MCA track and field teams. Scores from the weekend: Friday, the varsity baseball team traveled to Warrior Run and lost 3-0. Varsity baseball played at the Minersville tournament and came in second overall. Tonight in sports, JV baseball hosts Central Columbia at 4:30 p.m. And back to Miranda at the news desk.
Thanks, Sammy. With the spring weather and increased use of outdoor school facilities, a reminder to students that the elementary playgrounds are off limits. High school students are not permitted to be in the elementary playgrounds at any time. This rule is for the safety of the elementary students who use the playground during daily recess. Officer Carnuccio said the Mount Carmel Township Police Department will arrest any violators of this rule. The playground is for elementary school students during school hours only. There has been evidence of vandalism, and security cameras are in use at both playgrounds. Those who trespass on the property will be prosecuted. For the safety of our young students, refrain from playing on the playgrounds after hours. Bilk is a verb from mid-17th century and means to cheat somebody out of what is due, especially money. If you are buying merchandise from an unfamiliar online site, make sure they do not bilk you. And here's today's lunch. Swedish meatball with buttered noodles and bread slice, green beans, strawberries, and a choice of milk. Tomorrow's breakfast: Dutch waffle, whole grain cereal with toast, assorted bagels, chilled juice or fruit, and low-fat milk. That's all the news we have for you today.
MCA Live would like to give a big thank you to Miss Frano and Mr. Cheddar, especially today.
Because it is National School Principals Day.
Have a memorable Monday, MCA.